Hello everyone, welcome to this video data analytics, and we will try to understand what is data analytics, what is data analyst. So all of these words terminology I will try to make your understanding clear. So let's start from the data. So what is data? Just try to build your understanding on the data. Data can be any facts, any observation about anything or something. Let's talk about a simple data. Let's say we wear a smartwatch which shows your heart rate, total steps, total sleeping hours. So this is kind of factual data. But let's say you want to analyze the data. So what is data analysis? So data analysis is a process where you make uh, some insight out of data. So which means, let's say you are analyzing your sleeping trend or your total steps, your activity in a day, and your heart rate, what is maximum, minimum, and just you want to understand how fit you are. So this will be a data insight which will talk about, okay, your sleeping quality is good, you are very disciplined person, and let's say you see, okay, there is a uh, lot of inconsistency in your sleeping pattern. So obviously you can work upon it, and you can fix how your sleeping pattern based on the data. Now what is data analytics? So data analytics again is a process where you use the data and then you interpret some information, and then you make some insight, and then you make a decision. So majorly there are four type of data analytics. So very first one is descriptive analytics. So descriptive analytics is talk about what exactly happened. Let's say you are working in a company and you are working on the factual data, which means something which is already happened. Let's say you are working on the last year data, and then you see, okay, what was the last year salary of the people, what was the average salary, what was the median salary, what was the total population, what was the total cost, what was the revenue. This is a descriptive analytics in which you show some facts. Majorly, descriptive analytics is useful for the day dashboard. Now, the second type of analytics is a comparison analytics. So, like I said, if you understand what is written there, which means comparison in analytics, which means when you compare something, so you bring some insight, okay, why did it happen? For an example, if you look the last year data, you look the current year data, and you see, okay, there is a lot of difference in the cost suddenly increased by this percentage, or the attrition rate, which means the number of employee left the organization, voluntary or involuntary. So you can get to know why it happen, because of some changes you can see. And you can also do the YOY comparison. So this is very good analytics in terms of comparison and drilling down that why did it happen. And then predictive analytics. So predictive, like the word itself says predictive mean, if you can predict something, if you can see, forecast something, that this is going to be happen based on the past or previous data. This will be happen on the basis of the data and other multiple factor which we have to consider, not only based on the current data, because current data might be very limited scope. So we will consider other factor as well, where we will see the inflation, we will see the country economy. So based on some statistical tool and model, we can forecast data, and we can accordingly take a decision on today's or current situation. This is a predictive analysis. and then prescribed analytics. So what should we do? Let's say we have done all the comparison, we know what happened exactly, and we know the predictive analytics as well. Now we will talk about prescribed. Now we know the problem. Now what should we do? Let's say for any particular company, people are leaving organization and the attrition rate is very high. Now employer have to rehire the people, and then they have to retrain the people. This will definitely involve the cost. Now prescribed analytics will talk about what measures we can take to fix this situation. This is we called as a predictive analytics. So please stay on this channel. In next video onward, I will create a lot of videos on Excel, and using the Excel tool we can work upon the data analytics, and I'll try to take an example of real life example which you can relate with your current role, current understanding, and I'll try to build your understanding as well. Not only I'll talk about only this is how you're supposed to do, and the target would be we will talk about 50 major functions of Excels, and along with that we will not only talk about okay, this is something how we can put a VLOOKUP, this way we can calculate the some average, median, and then we will also talk about the understanding why we are using any specific function and what we want to achieve from that function. So please stay in this channel, please do subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the very next video. Thank you so much.